So for the purpose of this test, we'll be assuming the following: that you live in Dublin and you're planning a city break over the summer. So you're going to Riga in Latvia. You think that could be? Yeah.
It's supposed to be fab.
Yeah, apparently. And
I do actually want to go there.
Yeah, so it's actually the prize for completing this usability test.
Watch that. Is that what I signed?
Yeah, that's what you signed. Yeah. So you have a week booked off on Monday, July 22nd. So that runs then until July 29th. So
29th, does that make that a Sunday or a Monday again?
That's a Monday again. So your first choice is that you want to fly out the Wednesday of your week off.
Okay.
Because you only want to stay for 3 nights. So you're not too constrained by dates. You have all that week off, but you're just kind of thinking, might be nice to have a bit of a break before it.
Yeah, pack my bags and that kind of crap.
That's it, yeah. And regain yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to do this on...
Does that mean I'd be home on the Saturday if I'm staying for 3 nights? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Yeah, okay. Okay, take 2. So
you're...
I'm going into Norwegian.com.
Cool.
And okay, I've actually never used this before.
You never used that one before?
So, greetings traveller, hello. I'm assuming it wants me to pick where I'm coming from. I'm going to click Ireland anyways, English in brackets. And righto. So I'm going to just click in where I'm flying from, which is Dublin. And where do I want to go? Oh, it's a bit slow. Okay, Riga. What did I just... Oops. Is the... Oh yeah, okay. Airport is obviously in Riga. Outbound, I want to return. Okay, that's fine. Outbound now, I'm going to February, March, April, May. What did we say? July, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I have holidays from the Monday, but I'm going to go on the 24th, so that's fine. Oops. Come on, click. Why is this not clicking? Am I being really super slow, or is it just me that's... is it me, the internet? Oh, I'll just... 1 second. Chance that again. Is this telling me there's no flight or something on this day, or what's happening? No flights available. What? Am I really, really tapped here? Oh, wait a second now, July. So, return on the... No flights available. Oh, right, okay, wait a second now. Oh, well, this changes things now a second. Sorry, that was a bit slow to upload. So there's no flights that... Oh, wait, there is here now. 24th, I want to fly out, and I want to fly back then the Saturday being the 27th, which is telling me there's no flights available. So 24th to Friday is a bit short, but Sunday, my holidays is until the Monday. Could I do that? Yeah, I suppose I could. We'll chance it.
Is that what you kind of do yourself now?
Yeah, I generally, if I have to kind of look, I'd like to, like that now, I'd either consider going maybe the Tuesday. I like to have a day or two, especially if it's been a city break, because they're kind of, you're flat out nearly, you want to see the whole place. It's not relaxing like a whole week chilling out. So maybe like if I had to now, I'll stay with the Wednesday for the moment, but if I had to, I'd maybe go for the Tuesday. Like I'd imagine if my holidays are starting on a Monday, I've already got the Saturday and the Sunday off.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to take that much time at the start of the week. But if I'm going to be back to work again on the Tuesday, or the Monday or the Tuesday, we'll say realistically, I'd like to make sure that I have a day or two after my travels.
Okay.
So for the moment, I'll stick with the Wednesday and I'll just see what way the price is. Because to fly back on the Sunday would still give me the Monday off.
Okay.
If it's a relatively decent time flight home, I could get away with just having one day off. But if I'm not going to land until really late on the Sunday, I could still be a bit tired. So I will just stick with one adult for the moment, yeah?
Yeah, so for yourself, would you usually, when you're checking it yourself, would you use 2 adults, would say, if you were going with your boyfriend, or would you just check for one?
I know sometimes I do find it, just check for one. I don't think it makes a difference whether you put in 1 or 2 people until you're actually going to book it.
And the option there, would you go straight in now and press search, or would you kind of?
I would, yeah, I did. I'm only after spotting this low fare calendar thing here now.
And what do you think that means?
I'm actually not too sure. I think maybe, does it show me maybe dates on either side of what I've picked that might be less or more expensive?
Okay.
Maybe. Why would I not pick it?
Would you have picked it, like, would you have just gone straight into the search there now?
Yeah, it kind of took me a second to see it, to be honest. I was just about to click and then I saw it.
But if you were going through it normally, would you click it or not?
No, I would, especially on this occasion, now that it's shown me that the dates that I originally thought aren't necessarily available. So, because I'm already going to be chopping and changing a little bit, I imagine, it probably would be no harm to be able to see what the thingies are.
Okay, perfect.
So I clicked it there now.
And so what are you kind of expecting to see next?
What I'm expecting to see next now is hopefully reasonable flights. But what am I expecting to see next? I'm expecting to see the dates that I've put in very clearly, and maybe like to the side or above or below that, other options of, I imagine, just dates.
Okay.
But maybe the price below them, yeah. But it won't give me details of like times or anything.
And just going back there now to the calendar, we'll say, would you always use a calendar rather than typing in your dates? Do you know, when you're searching for?
Yeah, I'm a kind of a calendar kind of person. I like to see the whole month or whatever. When it just gives me a better idea of where I'm coming from.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know why.
So we'll go in there, yeah.
So I'm going to search.
Yeah.
Search and book. I like the way it's prompting me here with that. It's not just search. I feel confident that I'm going to want it. Okay, right. Fly to Riga.
So what are you seeing here now? From
Dublin anyway, which is what I've put in myself, to Riga, which is again one traveller round trip direct transit. What options are they meaning now at all? Round trip, does that mean return? I've clicked that now because I'm curious. And nothing's happening yet. Oh yeah, right, okay, they're using round trip as opposed to return. And then direct/transit. Oh, transit would mean a stop over, like not a direct flight. Yeah. I prefer direct, so I'm actually going to change that now.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. We could not find any outbound flights in July. Please try different. Oh, does that mean that they only have stopover flights? Well, I'm going to go back there now and see what happens when they have to do a stopover. Actually, I would have thought you'd have to get a direct flight. You could get a direct flight even. What dates did I pick here now again? 24th.
So did you know what dates you clicked after going in here?
No, it's not. It's actually, again, my calendar isn't very obvious. It's not highlighted.
Okay.
Why is that the week of the year? Like the 29th week in the year is the one commencing on Monday, the 15th of July. That's thrown me off there because I thought those were dates.
Okay.
But they're clearly not.
Yeah.
I'm only assuming that's what they're referring to. It's a bit of unnecessary information for me anyway. So let's just say hypothetically here now, I can see clearly what all the possible flights are costing individually, which is good because I can compare easily. Actually, I can see like that if I want to go on the Tuesday, which I said I was already open to doing, that's gonna cost less than the initial Wednesday that I had suggested. Similarly, like the Thursday is going to cost less, but I think that's too far into the week because I'm losing time then at the end of the week. So yeah, if I was to click that there now, I can see that, and it's giving me the options. And when I've clicked that for the flights home, and again there I can see which ones are the cheapest out of that. Now, if I wanted to stay for a week, that would be very good value, but I don't, so that's fine.
Do you know from here now, is it a direct flight or not? Or
no, I've seen now that when I click direct, they weren't giving me any options. So these are ones that require a stopover, but they're not telling me how long the stopover is or where it is.
Okay.
I assume that's going to happen when I get to the next stage. So I'm prepared to just investigate. So anyway, it's giving me here flights home. If I fly out on the Tuesday, I can come home on the Wednesday, which would be ridiculous and redundant. Or the Thursday is not an option. So I can do the Friday. Wednesday, Friday and Sunday are possible flights home. So I wanted to stay for 3 nights. So if I say Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, I can come home on Friday. Now that's actually kind of expensive though. So because I can see, and I'm not good at maths, I'm going to actually just click the Wednesday here again now. Oh yeah, no, the flights home actually stay the same price. They don't get any cheaper. I find that sometimes randomly with some of the, let's say when I'm using Skyscanner, sometimes for whatever reason, I don't know why, but if you change your fly out date, your like return date could somehow sometimes it gets cheaper, it changes the prices. I don't know why, but anyway, this one doesn't do that. So I'm going to stick with, well, that's too long now. If I want to fly home in the sun, oh my god, come on, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, come home on the Sunday. They seem like the most reasonable from what I can assess here. Often now times I have to click in a few times and then I get a little bit nervous, so I come back out and I'll do it again.
Okay. What makes you nervous?
That I've kind of assessed the situation poorly to begin with. I know that's hard to believe. So look, it's giving me here now prices in euro. That's great. I don't have a campaign code, so I'm just going to click continue. So I've clicked Thursday the 25th to fly out. Stay Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, and I'm going to come back on the Sunday. And from what I can see, those are the most reasonably priced for that week. But I haven't an idea of flight times or how long they're going to be or the stopover. So I'm going to click continue and hope that it gives me that option now. I assume it will, because that's just a bit silly if it doesn't. What's happening here now? So
what are we seeing now?
Select departures and start reservation. What? Should I have put in all this information already? Return, outbound, return. Okay. It's just reiterating everything that I've put in already. That's fine. Giving me an opportunity to change currency and infants or children and stuff.
And do you find that useful to change currency?
Well, the flight is already in euro, so I don't really, it's showing me them in euro. I suppose if for whatever reason I wasn't going to be dealing in euro and that's at the site. I suppose if they didn't cop that I was coming from an Irish website or whatever, that sometimes that does happen. I suppose things are a little bit slow to pick up. Like sometimes they'll come in pounds for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Click the wrong one on Google, I suppose. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I don't want to change the currency, so that's fine. Right. So outbound flight Dublin to Riga. Compare fare types. Sure, I've just come from that page. I'm assuming that's what that was. Departure time there from Dublin is 9:45. Arrive in Rio. Oh God, 10:10 at night. One stop duration, 11 hours and 5 minutes. You're free. That's ridiculous. Low fare, flat fare and flex. What's the difference here?
What do you think is the difference? Or how would you...
Well, the only time I've ever seen flex is when you're booking a train, and that's like you can go all day.
Are you able to tell the difference between them there?
The one costs way more than the other.
So you don't know the difference between...
I actually don't know the difference at all. Flex. Can I click there's this thing here that's allowing me to click. I'm going to say it'll give me some information. Handbag free, low fare. Oh, wait a second now, so it's telling me the difference. Low fare plus and flex. It's telling me the different things that I can have on my flight. So it's telling me for all three options I can have a handbag, and then it varies for checked bag, seat reservation, fast track. I've never actually used fast track. Wi-Fi. Changes. I suppose if you had to change your date or your time with the amount of people travelling, I assume that's what that means. And refundable. Oh, it's a bit like booking.com, I suppose, is it? Sometimes you're looking at the same thing, but for the options of like refundable and changes, you might pay a little bit more. Except in this case, it's a lot more. And it's saying free, which clearly it's not free because I'm paying for it. What? No? Am I getting confused? Is that what the check bag is? Is that what I'm paying? I actually really don't understand what you're telling me.
So it's not being any bit helpful there at all for you.
It's not. It's giving me options, but it's not really making it clear. Like it's say, okay, I'm going to click back out of it again now to show. So from what I can see, there is no low fare plus for this particular flight. It's showing me low fare and flex, and there's over €300 in the difference between the low fare and the flex. So from what I can tell with low fare, what I'm getting